foremost, we want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Mapataza.
double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us his truth. Shalom also to the Akim pushing his word in sincerity and in truth, and to the speckled bird across the four corners of the world, and to the few saints who are listening. To you we say Shalom. Lord willing, this will be an edifying camp session. We are the brothers from the Gms Chicago camp. And the first scripture we want to get is 2 Timothy 1:6. Because you got to realize that now that we have this truth, hey, the Lord has imparted unto us a gift, man. And we have to take care of that gift, man. And sometimes when you're low in spirit, when you feel down, hey, that's what the scripture is going into, man. You got to stir up that gift, man.
2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 6. Wherefore I put thee in remembrance that thou stir up the gift of the Most High, which is in thee by the putting on of my hands.
Hey, so hey, we have to stir up that gift, man. And when you go into that word for stir up, it's the Greek word anatsporeo, which means to kindle up, inflame one's mind, strength, and zeal. So sometimes when you're low in spirit, man, sometimes you got to stir up the gift, man. It's not about waiting around for the spirit to hit you, trying to see what's going to go on. Nah, sometimes you got to inflame that gift, man, and stir up that gift, man. Because now, hey, now that you have this faith, now that you have this truth, you're responsible for the things that you're doing in this truth, man. Especially putting in the work, supping with the Lord, spending time with the Lord. Hey, what are some ways that you can stir up the gift, man? You could read, you could pray, you could fellowship with brothers, you could make a lesson. Hey, but all of that ties into stirring up the gift, man.
I'm watching the apostles, because the apostle recently said it. He watched the other apostles to get a topic or sometimes. Inspiration. Yeah, inspiration.
I got something real quick. Let's really go back to the word educate, right? The word educate, I'm going to get to the point. It says from French, éduquer, it says to bring out, lead forth, to lead out, right? Because that's why it's only for the elect. Because why? It draws out what? Already what's in you. That's the true definition of educate. Something that's already in you, you're just drawing it out through the preaching of the gospel, man. All right? Yeah. So I'm gonna I got one more verse for you. Back in 2 Timothy, you got it. You have something? Now go ahead with you got.
This is James 4:8. Draw nigh to the Most High, and He will draw nigh to you. Right. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. All right, so we draw nigh to the Most High. If you in that zone which we all get there, you know, where you can't think of any videos, you're probably not reading enough. You're probably not watching enough videos. You're probably not being around brothers to be inspired by the Spirit. You know, like the elder brother Shapaya said, you can't just hop in the Spirit all the time. You gotta read, watch videos, fast. You know, you just can't turn it off and turn it on. All right?
I got something for you. Job chapter 32, verse 8. But there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding.
Hey, when you go into that word inspiration, is basically the Lord breathing in that spirit inside of you, man.
Yep.
Hey, the Lord gives you the inspiration to make these lessons, to guide you into reading. Hey, the scripture says that that the king's heart is in the Lord's hand, and he turneth it whithersoever he will, man. So the Lord is going to direct you in a way to do something spiritual, man, especially if you're inflaming your mind with these words, man. If you're constantly putting these words inside of you, guess what? You're always going to be inclined to do the work, to labor, to read, to pray, to be around brothers, to make lessons, to watch lessons, man. That's going to turn you up in the spirit, man.
If I got something, because Peter made it real plain upon tables, right? He said, doing these things I'm about to read, you would never be barren or unfruitful in the knowledge, right? So there is a way, a pattern, right? In 2 Peter 1:3, according as his divine power has given unto us all things that pertain unto life and godliness through the knowledge of him that have called us to glory and virtue, whereby are giving unto us exceeding great and precious promises, that by these ye might be partakers of the divine nature. What's that? Part of that being divine nature is what being first in the kingdom, right? Being changed, have It say, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust, and beside this, giving all diligence. So you gotta be diligent, right? The Lord said, the Lord the mindset Yahweh Shai must not be about my Father's business. This has to be first in our life, and everything else will fall in place, man. All right, and that's another thing too. Meditating upon the Lord and keeping your eyes single. You see, it say, and beside this, giving all diligence, add to your faith. So you gotta have faith, right? First and foremost, even come to the truth, right? But add to it virtue, right? You can look all these words up, man. Add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. For if these things be in you and abound, so you gotta grow. What it say in Philippians 1 and 9, it said that you may grow what? More in the knowledge and judgment that how about you outside. It says, for if these things be in you and abound, they make you that ye shall neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So if you're applying these principles, these things to life, right, you will never be unfruitful or barren, man. Why? Because you're always what? Inspired. You in the mixing spirit, man. Especially now in the times we're living in now. The Lord's gonna feed the elect, man. Right now it's a flood of truth going out, man. If you ain't in the spirit, then you need to check and see what you're doing in your life. Where your attention at? Where you giving your energy to? Because it's so many breakdowns, so much edification from different brothers all over the world. The apostles alone, it's just going out. So what channel are you watching?
So much food.
Right. Hey, a brother made a point. He made a video. He said, "Stay in shape spiritually."
Yup. Hey, because he made the brother just made to back that brother up and this brother up. Hey, he made a point that there's a pattern that was laid before us, man. And that pattern, if we follow it, we're never gonna fail, man.
Never. Oh,
Yeah.
Man.
it say 2 Peter 1 and 9. But he that lacketh these things is blind. That means a guy who went applying what he learned. Right? And cannot see afar off, and have forgot that he was purged from his old sins, is the point. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall.
Hey, verse 9 is going into somebody that's just a hearer but not a doer. But verse 10 is going into the ones that are actually doing the work, man.
Yeah.
That's why it's clicking with them, man. That's why this word has such an effect with them. That's why when they read these words, they inflame their mind.
Yeah.
That's why it's such it just turns you up, man.
Yeah.
Because what? These words actually have an effect to you through the faith that you have on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. And that emboldens everybody around you, man.
That's that tremors.
Yup.
Because it's like, hey, even Apostle Hodges showed the example one time. He said he couldn't really get a lesson, but he said he stayed there and prayed like, Lord, give me a lesson, give me a lesson.
Yeah,
That's
man.
the battle.
Man.
Sometimes your man might be on standstill. You know what you got to do? Let me go back to the basics. Let me go back to my notes. Let me read. Let me turn this video on. Let me sit over here and pray. The next thing you know, you're like, you know what? I'm just getting the groove. Maybe I'm just thinking I'm overthinking. Let me just turn the camera on. And the Lord just feeds you. It's like, damn. But that's the battle. It ain't always going to be easy. You got to fight to get in the spirit, man. That's why it's a fight.
You got to stir up the gift.
You got to stir it up.
Hey, that's why Paul told Timothy, I put thee in remembrance. He said, I put thee in remembrance. Stir up that gift.
Yeah.
You got to stir it up, man. If not, you know what you're doing? You're neglecting the gift, man.
Yeah.
Which was given to you by prophecy, man.
Yeah.
There's many men that throughout the history of Israel have desired to see the things that we're seeing now, man. We're literally watching the MOTB around the corner, man. We're literally seeing World War III around the corner, man.
Yeah.
We're literally seeing the downfall of our enemy.
Yeah.
Hey, this is the faith and the patience of the saints, man.
That's right.
So you got to stir up that gift and stay in the spirit and fight to stay in the spirit, man. That's why every time Paul wrote to Timothy, he was constantly telling him, endure hardness as a good soldier. Keep fighting. Fight that good fight of faith. Why? Because, hey, you got to keep fighting, man. You got to keep stirring up that gift, even when you're in the low spirit. When you're in the low spirit, you still got to stir up that gift, man.
Guess what? The house of David, the spirit they're going to be in right now is pushing his word. Because everything is happening, right? It's Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 17. For when men will not believe that thou art of a full power, thou showest thy strength. And what's the Lord's strength? His word coming to pass, man. Every day we see a new commercial about the MOTV, man. We see the economy crashing, man. We see everything actually going digital. So that means the report that, hey, what did it say? Who would believe our report? So the report that we received from the apostles was true. So it's like, no, we received the truth. So where's the doubt? Right? We see all Israel waking up. That's Ezekiel 37. Where's the doubt? Right? We woken up. Where's the doubt? So you're supposed to be inspired, like, no, run with it, right? That's right. It say, but when men will not believe that thou art of a full power, thou showest thy strength. Hey, the earthquakes. Hey, go back and read Matthew 24. The Lord said, when you start to see these things, right, come to pass, then you, hey, what it say in Ephesus? When you see all these things, then it's the Most High visiting the earth. But he's visiting the earth, and it's through what? Judgment. What did it say? The Most High is known by a judgment which he will execute forth. Right? All these things happening is because the Most High is visiting the earth, man. Right? So if you ain't in the spirit, then something ain't right. You ain't watching, man. Right? It say, for when men will not believe that thou art of a full power, thou showest thy strength, and among them that know it, thou makest their boldness manifest, man. So right now the house of David's getting stronger. Because we got the truth. So hey, these other camps that we see, they've been told a lie. But we know, like, no, we've been told the truth. So now we're emboldened through the word of the Lord. That's why I said be strong in the Lord, the power of his might. His strength. His strength is what? Through prophecy, man. Right? Because we know that we have not been told a lie. So now we stand on that. That makes us bolder. Right? We see Esau moving. So it's like, no, the Lord told you things, the end from the beginning. So what are we worried about? Just do the work. Just go out there and do the work, man, and watch the Lord work, man. Go ahead.
This is 2 Timothy 1:7. Yeah. For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
Hey, we got a sound mind, man. Sound means straight, level, steadfast, rooted, locked in, man. All right? It says no longer should they be tossed to and fro, but every wind of doctrine. Right now, you got a lot of deceivers in the world right now, man. You see guys bugging out. Guys still can't see the MOTB as the C hip, man. Like, that's basic. But it's basic because the Lord's opened our mind up to receive it, man. That's why we can't take the fact that we know this truth for granted. Because a lot of people can't see it. No matter how many precepts, you go into the Greek, you go into the root word of that word. It's like, well, yeah, I still think it's an embargo. Damn. After all that, that just goes to show you, man, that we should thank the Lord every day for our eyes being open, man, and pray that he keep it open.
The next verse, it says, verse 8, be not thou therefore ashamed of the testimony of our Lord.
Hey, guess what? Because we live in the days now, they about to come with a slander campaign. You see it come back around with a great doctrine. That's all it is explaining if this happens in the land, this is how you handle it, man. What's so fucking offensive about that, man? All right? Go ahead.
It says, be not thou.
Hey, guess what? Being ashamed of the gospel. That's the one trying to make us. Public enemy number one, man. Hey, we coming to a time of a true testing. We all gonna be tested, man. All the faith that we say believe is gonna be put on the line, man. Alright? Go ahead.
It says, be not thou therefore ashamed of the testimony of our Lord, nor of me his prisoner.
Every time the spirit in the road, he got some bullshit. Yeah.
It says, God says, be not thou therefore ashamed of the testimony of our Lord, nor of being his prisoner, but be thou partaker of the afflictions of the gospel according to the power of God.
Because guess what? They talked about our Lord. The scripture said they call the master of the house Beelzebub. How much more you? If the house had to go through, was he carried the heaviest burden. He carried our sins on him and the sins of his. So you think we have to carry our cross, man? This is our rites of passage, man. And that's the reason the Lord got us right now separated from the world to do what? To build the spirit, man. Because we got to go through the straight gate to get to the kingdom.
That's right.
All right?
I was going to say, you know, hey, what the scripture says? The scripture says the servant is not greater than his master, man. All right? The scripture says if they persecuted me, they will persecute you. And throughout all Yahushua persecutions, Yahushua continued to preach this gospel. All He continued to be about his father's business. So likewise, as the brothers was going into, man, no matter, you know, hey, what we're going through, we have to continue to have that mindset to be about our father's business. Man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Through our highs, through our lows, whatever, man. All right, hey, I believe there's a scripture that talks about, you know what I'm saying, basically in your highs, I believe it was Job, you know what I'm saying, so the Lord render us good and not evil, man. You know, hey, so, hey, you're going to have highs and lows, man. And through all that, you got to praise the Lord, man, and keep going, man. All right, it says through all Job's afflictions, he didn't sin with his lip once, man. You know what I'm saying? That means he didn't charge the Lord no folly, man. All right, he took it as a man. All right, he kept pushing, man. All right, that's, you know, and these are the examples that we have. All right, when we read the scriptures, all right, you know, to help us, you know, in our journey, man. As the scripture says, you know, the things that's written aforetime written for our learning.
Hey, guess what? Paul talked about how he rather glory in his infirmities than the power of the Lord. Somebody grab that for me. Because you think about it, the Lord said we gonna endure hard as a good soldier, right? It ain't when you doing good, it's when you, we praise the Lord when we doing good or bad, right? But so much more when you down. Why? Because it shows the power of the Lord bringing you through, man. That's some real soldier shit. When you know you like you weak, but you still pulling through, you still grinding. Like, damn, the Lord got me through this, man. You know, that's when you know the Lord, hey, that's when you know the Lord pulling you through, man. Not when you got the, see, when you got money in your pocket, it's like a safeguard. It's like, okay, the Lord, you know, you straight. But when you ain't got shit, that's when the Lord show you like, look at this, watch this. You eat. This get paid. This get handled. You know what I'm saying? You get sick. You get delivered. It's like, damn. I thought that was a bad week, but actually it was good. And you be more strengthened in faith in the Lord, man.
Right. What's your faith?
And this is 2 Corinthians 12 and 9.
Yep, perfect.
And he said unto me, my grace
Start
is...
one verse up.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 7. It says, and least I should be exalted.
Start at 5.
Okay, this is 2 Corinthians 12.
You gotta get all that, bro.
12 and 5. It says, of such and one will I glory, yet of myself I will not glory,
Right?
but in my infirmity. For though I
Hey,
was...
infirmity, sickness, man. Hey, we glory in our infirmities, man. When we weak, that's when you really getting strengthened. All right? Because that's the battle to overcome. Because once you overcome that battle, guess what? You come out a little stronger, man. See? That's how you grow. Hey, when you pray the Lord for strength, right? We go through situations to come out stronger on the other end, man. So we can't run from the test.
Yeah, well, shit, you pray the Lord for something, He's going to put you through it. You know, He's not just going to give you what you ask for. He's going to put you, like I said, through the test, man.
Yeah. Because he got to draw out that strength in you. Hey, you know how the coach, you know how you got a basketball or athlete, the coach be pushing you, and then you ever heard an athlete be like, man, this coach done pushed me to the limits, and I never even thought I can achieve, but then he done pushed you. So how much, hey, you got faith, right? The Lord said you got faith with grain of mustard seed. That means unlimited faith. Ain't no cap off with the Lord, man. That means always another, it said glory to glory. There's always more to grow, man. You don't just, oh, I'm right here, this all up. No, that means the Lord ain't dealing with your ass no more, man. If you capped out, it's living waters.
And that's why it's going to say a desire to see milk that you may grow thereby. You're supposed to grow.
Yeah. Hey, you constantly grow, man. Hey, we in group from last year. We're not the same person as last year. Our faith was way another year stronger than that, man. We're another day stronger, another week stronger than that, man. You don't just stay on the same level, man. You have some real quick.
This is Job 23 and 10. But he knoweth the way that I take. When he have tried me, I shall come forth as gold.
Wow.
So when the Lord tries us and puts us through tribulation, right, tests, that's to make us stronger. That's not to destroy you. That's to make you a stronger and better man. When you do push-ups, you get stronger. Of course, it's going to hurt your biceps, it's going to hurt your body. But then in the long run, you're going to be, damn, okay, now I can lift this 30 a little bit easy.
Yeah, it's going to break down the muscle. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, you get broken down sometimes, man. And guess what, man? It rebuilds back stronger, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, that's, you know, that's the analogy of, hey, how the Lord deals with his men. You know what I'm saying?
I got something real quick for you. This is Hebrews 12 and 7.
Perfect.
If ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you, as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But you got you got apostles and elders in this truth that teach this word diligently, but they still got sicknesses, severe illnesses. And guess what? They get up and still do the work, regardless, man. Right? And that should be a beautiful example to everybody else that's able-bodied. Hey, go that much more harder.
Right. Hey, our Lord outside. In that same chapter, Hebrews 12 up, it said, consider him in your mind, lest you get faint and weak. Yahushua taught every day with no breaks, and he said he was how do you say that? It said
man of sorrow.
That man of sorrows means acquainted with grief. That's what I wanted. And we going to tell where grief it means sickness, but he never took a break. You know, the Lord was battling demons when he healed people. Them demons jumped on him. He had to battle their sicknesses. That man, the Lord was carrying a lot of sickness, man, and he was still perfect, man. Never took a break. 3 years straight, man. A soldier, man.
You know, exactly. That word perfect right there, soldier. You want to be called yourself part of a military or whatever. You want to be called part of Yahweh's army. Guess what? You got a boot camp you got to go through.
Yeah.
Okay. You got to get. And this ain't no easy boot camp. This ain't no. Oh, you got a 1.5 mile run and this, that, and the other. He gonna test your ass. He gonna put your ass to it. Okay? You think you ready for this? You got to get understanding. You got to understand you get ready to go through Jacob's trouble, baby. You got to be strong-minded. Why you think they go through what they go through with the Navy SEALs and shit like that? They take your ass and go to break you. Let's see if you're going to break or you're going to fold or are you going to be able to take all this shit. Because it's getting ready to get real rough out there.
Hey, you know what? That clip you always show us, Officer in General.
Right.
That scene was
Junior want to tell that boy to make him quit.
Yeah, he tried to break him, man.
Right.
But when he found out he wasn't going to quit, that he was serious.
Right. But that's when he expressed, I got nothing else. Yeah. Where the fuck am I going to go? I ain't got nothing else. If I wash out of this, I ain't got shit.
That's the mind of the elect.
That's right.
If you really understand this truth and believe these prophecies, where the hell are you gonna go? Where?
Yeah, if you leave, that means you don't understand. Because you just walking back to a sword. You turn around, there's a gun right there. Yeah, you want this, bow! Right. That's exactly what you said. Just kill me. Right? This for Pop right here.
This is Sirach 4:17. For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways,
right,
and bring fear and dread upon him, and torment him.
Wisdom and knowledge. Go ahead.
And torment him with her discipline until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws.
Yep, because wisdom don't try us, man. Like, you come to the truth, the scripture talk about laying your hands, suddenly you don't know man. The Lord got to see if you his real friend. A friend gonna be that through thick and thin, man. So guess what? You might lose your woman. You might lose a job. You might was making X amount of dollars, but now you live in check to check. That's a test. You see, you gotta change your lifestyle, man. Things you used to do, you see it's not profitable toward the ministry. So now you gotta cut it off. You gotta start trimming fat. But the Lord is proving like, oh, okay, he ready to get those things up. Okay, we gonna see. He gonna keep trying you. He gonna keep trying you. He gonna keep trying you. It just don't stop. You don't never be cool every day. You gonna try. What's that? Acceptable man's tried in the friends of adversity, man. That's why the Lord's preparing us for a hard road we about to enter to, man.
Right.
You see?
Going back to that Hebrews 12:7. That's going back to that Hebrews 12:7. That's why if you're not going through shit, man. If you're not going through shit in this truth, are you really in this truth? Is the Lord really trying you and dealing with you as a son, man? Because every single brother up here is going through shit, man. We're all enduring hardness, man. We're all going through something that's just it's a vexation and it's a thorn on our side, man.
Vexation, ailments, all of it, like the brother said about the apostle. And this, that, and the other. I just had to go back down to the VA and get medically checked out and this, that, and the other. And the VA didn't even do my job and shit. This, that, and the other. So, like I said, you go through it, you know. Knees want to buckle, body want to be tired. I was thinking about that driving down here. I said, damn, I'm still fucking late. But all I do is want to sleep. Shit.
That's how you know you ain't being the truth. These Christian churches, world, how they believe in religion, they believe in what? Prosperity gospel. Yeah. I'm so-called serving the Lord. All this good stuff is supposed to happen. Right. That's not what's promised in the scriptures.
Absolutely.
Right? It's full of sorrows, it's full of lamentations. Grab that.
Yeah, it's complete opposite. Going to have to right. Like saying, chasten we love, man.
Real quick for the elder, Ezekiel 2. I'll start at 9. Shemai, brother Shemai. Ezekiel 2:9. When I looked, behold, and the hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe.
Did Paul say, you know, I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of? I'm still putting it into hardships, man. But destruction unto me if I preach not the gospel. I'm going to get destroyed, right? So it takes somebody with a certain mindset, a hard mindset, to even be in this word, man. It's not for the faint-hearted.
That's right.
Go ahead.
So verse 18, then will she return the straight way unto him, and go for him, and show him her secrets. But if he go wrong, she will forsake him and give him over to his own ruin.
Yeah, that's somebody that turned back from when he started getting afflicted. When Yahweh gave the parable, you got it?
Man, this is Matthew 13.
Perfect.
In verse, I'm just starting at the top. The same day Yahushua, it's like the same day went Yahushua out of the house and sat by the seaside. And great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore. And he said many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell upon stony places, where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because it says, because they had, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. And others fell into good ground and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, and some 30-fold. Who have ears to hear, let them hear. All right. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. But to them it is not given.
Hey, read that again.
Verse 11, it says, And he answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to... Matthew 13 and verse 5. Back in Matthew 13 verse 4. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up.
Yep. Hey, what's the one in Luke? We can expound it a little more. It said,
I believe it go down.
Yeah, that's what I want to get. Listen, the kids in the light took
verse 19. All right, I'm going to start at verse 18. It says, Hear ye thereby the parable of the sower. Matthew 13, 18.
So he's going to break it down.
Verse 19. And when anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which received seed by the wayside.
Yeah, you see that sometimes happen when we on the line. Somebody be trying to get edified and a demon come up, just try to snatch the word, whatever he had. Hey, man, don't listen to their ass, man. Go this way, right? Took that seed from him, man. Go ahead.
But he that received the seed in stony places, the same is he that heard the word, and anointed with joy received it. Yet he had not rooted himself, but endured for a while. For when tribulation and persecution arises because of the word, by and by he is offended.
That's a guy who didn't understand what he is. The apostles gave a testimony about the guy back in the old school. He was like, damn, you go to jail for this? Right. They're like, yeah, you didn't read in the Bible, the apostles? He said, man, I can't do this, man. He left. Even though he was happy to find he was Israel, when he saw it was real, he said, nah, I can't do that, man. All right? Hey, we should all know and understand what we involved in, man. We can go to jail. Hey, we could be teaching online one day, and guess what? Ain't gonna be no kicking after the line. You going to pay wagon, you going to jail, man. All right, that's a possible thing, man. You could be at home sleeping in bed. Esau come in that day, that could be get carried out to a goddamn concentration camp, man. These are things that we gotta know and consider, man.
He was offended by it, man.
Yep.
When you really offended in your house shop. Yep. That's what it boils down to. Look at his suffering. Look what he went through.
Yep.
Right? And he was a forerunner of what we were going to go through. Go ahead.
That's right.
Verse 21, it says, verse 22, he also that received seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he become unfruitful.
Hey, you see that? Hey, that happens to a lot of guys, man. My little short time in this truth, man, I done seen brothers allow family, jobs, kids in his life just fucking just drown them out, man. To the point where they become unfruitful. They don't come around the brothers no more. They ain't doing sit downs. They don't come to the line. The next thing you know, they ain't even around no more, man. It's like a slow process, man. There's one brother I'm thinking about. Y'all, they came in with y'all, the tall brother, Ayaz.
Yeah, tree.
It happened to him. You know, stop coming around, paying around. Like it just, the next thing you know, it just. That shit's scary, man.
That's how you know. Hey, this book is a manifestation of life. Because you get a certain job, you know, you start making money. You got bills, stuff add up, and your mind space is no longer focused on this. It's about achieving, ideally, what? Your American dream.
Damn. Yeah. And bro, you talking about me and him, we sit down together all the time. After he got kicked out, right, did a couple more, then he stopped calling all together. Man, see?
Hey, we in a time now, that worldly shit, man, you gotta really cut a lot of shit off. And just be what they say with food and raiment, be content, man. If you chasing too many other things trying to be super comfortable, that shit could be a trap for your ass, man.
Hey, that's the spirit. I was just discussing with a brother on the way over here, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? When we just came from the other camp. We just came from the other camp, you know, and I was driving with a brother telling him about that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, at this moment, you know, at this time and period, you know, I'm just content, man. You know, with food, raiment, housing, blah, blah. And I was telling the brother, hey, you know, maybe the Lord ain't giving me too much because that ain't what I need right now. Like,
Absolutely.
You know, I've had certain things in the past that, you know what I'm saying, it was probably profitable at the moment for me to have, but now at this time, you know what I'm saying, maybe the Lord is taking things away just because that's not what I'm supposed to be. That's what I was telling the brother, and that's the spirit.
Hey, and that's a mature mind state, man. Because that's when you start to submit yourself to the will of the Lord and accept what's in front of you and stop trying to chase it. You see it ain't working. You know that the past history, when you start chasing shit, it throw your ass off. So now you start to just be like, you know what? What I got in front of me is what I can deal with. So let me manage. Because it's a way you can manage the shit you got in front of you, man. A lot of takes just don't want to deal with it. Now I gotta live this type of life. I don't deserve this, and that's the fucked up attitude, man. You don't deserve the shit you got. So learn how to manage and what the Lord put in front of you, man. You start chasing shit, take your eye away from the main thing, man.
Everybody can't deal with certain amounts of shit, man. Certain brother get a type of job or a type of set amount of money, they be giving over the ruins. They can't manage that shit, man. You got brothers all around this. You got some brothers in GMS I'll speak of that make some pretty good money, man, all across the United States, you know, and they still able to do what they need to do. But if you get it to another brother, hey, his dad's in the world, he in the casino, he in the clubs, he balling out.
Like you say, but got a nice car, looks pretty decent, this, that, and other. Now the bitches looking at him. Here it is. Now all of a sudden, you know, bitches called him, blowing up his phone and whatnot. He ain't thinking about nothing else now. You talking about that new ass car and how these bitches flocking now.
I got a quick one.
Go ahead.
This is second.
Like, got him.
Got him. I know about threw a little money and some bitches at him. Give him a car. Bitches will do their thing. His head to get turned all the way around. That motherfucker.
Hey, you know what? That's the spirit I was telling the elder. The Apostle Hodges said that in the outside sit down, man. He said for you brothers, no, it's advice, but really you gotta think about it. He said for you brothers who ain't got no woman, he said don't even think about getting one, man. Just focus on this truth right now. It's the reason you ain't got one, man. He said that's why you gotta do with Samson. You understand that? Alright? Hey, just focus on the word, man. All those things gonna come right now, man. Don't start searching for shit, man.
Absolutely.
We right in the heat of the battle. You still gonna go find your life right now? You still trying to find some extra man. Deal with the word. Hey. You should be so busy. Focus on what's happening in prophecy right now. How the fuck you got time to do all this other shit, man?
You know what?
Half the time you at work.
You know what? That's like dear president. That's like dear presidents when old boy said when he was over there in the Congo and shit. He said, man, I don't think about none of that shit back home. I gotta keep my shit screwed on tight right here and whatnot, and do what I gotta do right here so I can get back.
Yeah, the scripture says a wise man's heart discerns both time and judgment.
That's right.
So all the moves that we make, you gotta understand what time we living in, according to prophecy. Is this the right move to make now? Do I need to do this? Is this profitable? This could wait. These are things a man or Lord gonna consider, man, before you make a move, man. Right? And we the time of cutting shit off.
That's right.
Yes, something.
Go ahead.
This is to back up Yaquan.
Speak up.
This Matthew 27 and 24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I would liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. And the rock is Yahushua. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And the rain, the floods, that's the hail that will catch. All right. Verse 26. And every one of them that heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them not, shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and wind blew, and beat upon that house, and fell, and great was the fall of it. All right, and those the guys that don't count the cost, when the affliction come, they immediately drop out. All right, we can't be in that spirit.
Hey, you know what? Because they ain't take heed. See, one thing, and the brother pointed earlier, you hear the word, but you don't apply it.
Yep.
Here it is, the gym coach, he telling you like, look, bro, you got a 12-mile run. You're going to have to shed 15 pounds. So you got to do this exercise because the run going to be heavy. You're like, all right, coach. If then the run come, you come that bitch an extra 15 pounds. But guess what? You still got to run because you win the race. Now you got to go. Now you get tagged. You're going to blame the coach. Nigga, I just warned you ahead of time what to cut off and do so you can win. So if you need to apply it, that's your dumb ass.
Yeah, now you're embarrassed. Now you're embarrassed.
That's what that scripture is saying, man. It's saying you heard the word, but you ain't do it. So now when the tribulation thing I told you was gonna come, I'm telling you it's coming, but you ain't do what I told you. Now you mad because you getting your ass whooped. Or you can't survive, or you can't endure. Because you didn't apply the instructions. He said the instructions of the Lord is wisdom, man. All right? You have something?
This second, going back to the point of you know, chasing this world and chasing after a wife or any of that. This is First Corinthians 7 and 7. It says, art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loose. Art thou loose from a wife? Seek not a wife. So if you got a wife, all right, hey, just deal with that. All right, be content with that. All right, have a Lord go how you dealing with it. But if you don't have a wife, don't try to seek one. Don't try to chase after this world, man. Because at the end of the day, what? That's gonna bring you down. That's gonna take you out of the spirit.
Right. Because hey, women are in the world, man. Women are worldly. A man is gonna go out of his way to try to please his woman, so on and so forth. Hey, nah, man. In this truth, yeah, you give your woman the due benevolence, but you're not under up under her ass, man. The woman you should be after is Sophia, man. This wisdom.
It says that right here.
This is 1 Corinthians 7 and 33. But he that is married careth for the things that are of the world, that he may please his wife. I'm going to read verse 32 real quick too. It says, but I would have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried careth for the things that belong to Yahweh, how he may please the Lord. So if you're not married, you don't have a wife, you ain't got something to be, oh, I got to take you out. You know, I gotta get your nails done, your hair done. I gotta watch movies with you and shit. And you got more time to serve Yahweh Shemal Shah. You got more leisure time to be wise, man. But when you got a woman, you gotta attend to her needs. As the brother was saying, you gotta do benevolence. You know, and you gotta lay the pipe down on her, man. You gotta take her out. Do this, then the third, man. Give her some fucking attention and shit.
Because you got it right. So if you don't, if you put anything first before a woman, they get jealous.
Yeah.
You know? And you just talk, bro, you talking about that the other day. You got certain brothers lost their woman because they was born to this and didn't them.
That's why the scripture says she pleased to dwell with you.
Yeah. Right.
See, you both, a man runs the household. It's like, now, bitch, I'm not with you, you with me. So you gotta follow where I'm going. If you can't do that, then you gotta go. Because guess what? Nothing comes before your house by Shemal Shah. You a fool if you follow your woman, man. You a straight dumbass. Yeah. That's right. The Lord say he's gonna give you 1,000 with it.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, that's just, hey, what they say, 7, that's a completion. That means you can have more than that.
Yeah, Jake is dumb as hell, man. You afraid to lose that woman. Fuck that woman.
That's my one and only.
Yeah.
Hey, like that too long.
Yeah, that's my soulmate. These stupid ass women's mind, man. You supposed to put them first. They don't go that way.
Yeah. And guess what? A woman don't even want you like, once you follow a woman's ass anyway, she still don't want you. She gonna end up cheating anyway. So commit adultery, as I should say, man.
And the scripture says, hast thou looking after thy mind? You know what I'm saying? Basically, don't basically put her away. That's basically a virtue. But the scripture also says in that same verse, give not thyself over to a light woman.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And all these women in Babylon is light, man. I don't care if they put on the facade of being in the truth or not, man. They all lightweight, man.
You gonna come to find out that you ain't got no goddamn woman. You ain't got no woman. You ain't got shit on this side but the truth. That's right. You don't be going to look up in the, hey, when they like, I was just saying it. When they make the tip mandatory, you gonna see your woman gonna come home one day. How you get them damn groceries? I took the tip. And you're like, oh, bitch, you're gonna be destroyed. That's it for her ass, man. No saving. Hey, remember Lot's wife, man.
Oh, yeah. You look back pretty much, man. Yeah, like you said, man. You know, it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. If you end up put up first, you ain't leave you anyway.
Yep. Because they don't want that.
Yeah.
This is,
you got something?
We got something. Mark chapter 8, verse 34. And when he had called the disciples unto him with his disciples also, he said unto them, whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. So you got to deny this world, man, and the things that is of this world, like the woman, all right, children, you know, follow your how about Shimei Shai, man, do what is required of you to get saved, man.
And when you go into that word deny in the Greek, it means lose one's own interest. That's what it means. Alright? Now look, brothers got wives, right? Ain't nothing wrong with having a wife. Brothers got kids, ain't nothing wrong with that. But what happens is when you start when the ministry starts to diminish because of those things, that's a problem, man. Right? Because when you read the brother was reading, Paul he summed it all up. That you may serve the Lord without distraction. That's why he said those things. Not because you can't do it, because he wants you to be your eyes single on the Lord, man. That's all it is. Because look, everything requires energy, right? You gotta give energy to your woman. You gotta give energy to your kids. Energy to working all the damn hours on Esau child, right? But guess what? You're giving energy everywhere else. Now when it's time for you to do the work, you're like, I'll just do it tomorrow. And it's like, damn, I'll just do it tomorrow. Now you put up from day to day. Now you ain't get a video all week. You ain't read all week. Then you look up like, man, I ain't do that. That's terrible, man.
Hey, you know what, man? You remember that movie Castaway with Tom Hanks? Yeah. And like represents the woman, right? You know,
real woman.
The real woman. Well, that's how he lost the woman. He working at FedEx. He put that before his woman ended up losing her ass, man.
Yeah. And then when he came back, she had a new man and all that. Yeah.
See?
That's how I wait for him.
But you know what's so beautiful about the truth? You lose to gain more.
Yeah.
You see?
But it takes faith.
But no, why I said that? Because you can lose this woman too for putting something before this.
That's it.
Wow.
Real quick.
Got more.
It's real quick. Proverbs 31:3. Give not thy strength unto the woman, nor thy ways which destroy kings.
Hey, you can't be out here giving yourself over. Hey, look, anything outside the truth is going to destroy you. The scripture said, Micah 2:10, it's polluted. It will destroy you even for destruction, man. Anything outside of the instruction of the Lord, man, it's not profitable.
And what the scripture says, a man, so like a way seems right to a man, but the end thereof is destruction.
Yeah.
And we got examples. We got examples of men who follow women. Hey, Adam.
Exactly.
King Saul, the first one, literally.
And guess what? We at? Captivity.
Yeah.
We done went to captivity. The lifespan got shorter and shorter.
We got weaker and weaker.
All because following that bitch. Yeah. And you still got Jake that still ain't learned that lesson, man.
Hey, say, that's spirit. The one we all got. Through the woman we all died now.
Hey, it's time for us to be men, man. Put your woman in check and go serve the Lord, man.
That's right.
Damn.
I got it right here. It's
Hey, I just did a video for Slack. The Spirit had me do a video call. It's time to stop being a simp, man.
I watched
the word simp. It really is short for simpleton. The word simpleton means a lack of intelligence or common sense. Common sense means you got the balls, you run the household. You tell that bitch what to do, man.
That's right. It says.
Hey, it says the first Holy Species, somebody guess it.
Okay, go ahead.
It's
Sirach 25 and 24. It says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. So there you have it, man. You got to be careful how you deal with these women, and especially, hey, when you come into the truth, hey, now you find out you're an Israelite, now you know you could have multiple wives. Hey, you're supposed to take that with a grain of salt, man. You're not supposed to be out here with fucking 7 women and trying to be in the truth, hey, that shit is gonna when you're around women, you're gonna start following those youthful lusts. You're gonna start going the fuck off. You're gonna start doing shit that she wants to do. Hey, that's what happened to King Solomon, man.
Yep.
It says that he was joined unto them in love.
Yeah.
He loved them, man. And he started serving the idols that all his women had, man. Started setting up the idols in Jerusalem and all the Holy Land, man. That's going the fuck off,
man. When you around women 24/7, man, you get more feminine.
Yup.
Testosterone
Shit
goes
fucks you
down.
up.
Hey, the scripture says sitting in the midst of women.
Yup.
It said from a garment come a mouth, and from a woman wickedness, man. You start even thinking like her wicked ass,
Start
man.
getting emotional.
Yeah,
Try this shit.
they start wanting you. They want you to understand. They be like, bitch, I don't need to understand you. I don't need to try to buy into that, because guess what? If somebody come up in our motherfucking apartment, you don't want us both in the corner talking about maybe what we gonna do.
Hey, next thing you know, Jake be in the crib watching the Mystery Channel with a woman.
Yeah.
Hell no, man. We don't know as hell. Hell no, man.
Yeah, I know somebody doing that. I know somebody actually doing that, watching mystery with their woman.
Damn.
This first Ezra 4:26. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women and become servants for their sakes.
Damn.
So it's been many men that have gone out of their wits for women. As the brother was going into King Solomon. You know, he went out his wits for a woman.
They got, like you say, got old and this, that, and the other. So now he can't put the pound down like he wants to and whatnot. So he trying to appease her some other way and shit.
Even Samson got a little weak.
Yeah.
He got tired of her bugging him. He just finally told her. And what happened? He got snatched up out there.
Woke up with no hair, fucking in chains and shit.
Yeah, that's what happened anyway. No, Jake, they get older, they do get more weaker, man.
Yep.
And that word wits is mental sharpness.
Absolutely.
So you lose your mental sharpness when you run out of your wits for a woman.
God.
So that is all this stuff about y'all saying about Adam, even like you hit the hammer on the head, you know what I'm saying, with that one. Adam started it, man. He should have checked Eve right there.
That's it.
He should have took a book out of Job.
That's it. That is.
Hey, Job, he checked her. He said you sound like basically a bitch. A dumbass bitch, man.
Job woman telling him to cut you up.
He still ain't turned, man. So we gotta be the master of Job, man. Like what? What you talking about?
What scripture says her heart is full of traps and snares.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And it said, he that pleased the Most High shall escape from her.
That's right.
Wow.
Satan shall be taken by her.
That's right. And the thing is, bro, they just programmed that way, man.
Yeah.
All right, you know what I'm saying? Regardless if they realize it or not, man. All right, you know they main MO is to get you to submit, man. All right, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Right? Once they get you to submit, bro, it's over with. They find no attractiveness to it.
Let me add a point. That's why it's important for a man to have his own shit, man.
Yeah.
You shacking up with a woman, she paying all the bills, paying all the food.
She maintaining your ass.
And I got the scriptures. That's why
I got it right here.
You got it. Go ahead. Bring it up.
It says, Sirach 25 and 22. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach.
You see that all day long. Man. She going in, calling him useless.
Damn.
They basically emasculating him because he's not a man.
Absolutely.
And you made a great point. Don't ever put yourself in a situation where you up under her roof where she can kick your ass out in a minute, and then you ass out, man.
Yep.
All right.
And she full of awful words, man.
That's
She
it.
gonna call you a bitch ass nigga because she know you gotta live with her, right? You just gonna get the total disrespect, man.
Damn.
And that's an Israelite, man. Fuck that, man. It's 2023. You still tell, hey, that's some. Now look, there be certain instances you ain't got no choice sometimes. You gotta move in for a minute, be on your seat and get out of there, man. Cause look, she gonna curse you out. She gonna treat you like her son. She ain't gonna look at you. She ain't gonna look at you like a man. You gonna look at like a little nigga. She fuck around have a nigga on the side. She gonna dare you to say something.
Always.
Brother just read it. Give my thing straight to woman, man.
Always.
You open the door for straight disrespect, man. Fuck that, man.
There's the book of James 1 and 22. It says, but be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, so we're gaining this knowledge, but we're also supposed to apply it to our daily life, man. All right, we hear about and we read about what the men of the Lord have gone through for following after women, man. Following after women, going under a woman, that's not, there's no good ending to that, man. It says, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. You're not going to go anywhere like that, man. Our only way to apply this wisdom and knowledge is to please Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. All right, and using this world, but don't abuse it. All right, and using a woman, and like the brother said, once you get your own shit, hey, you get out of there, man. Because after that, they're gonna know that you don't need them. They're gonna need you. All right.
This first Ezra 4:20, a man leaving his own father that brought him up in his own country and cleaving unto his wife, and sticking not to spare his life. Oh, slacking. And he sticketh not to spend his life with his wife, and remembering neither father nor mother nor country. By this also ye must know that women have dominion over you. Do ye not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman? This is the same thing that go on in today's society. All right, these niggas, they go out here, they work these hard jobs, man. All right, they scam, they finesse, they do all this shit for a fucking slut, man. Yeah. A woman that got like 30 fucking bodies, ain't shit. Yeah. All right. Yeah, this month.
Damn.
You know, OnlyFans. Yeah. And then you doing all this shit for this woman. But hey, it says, yea, man, taking his sword and going his way to rob and to steal and to sail upon the sea and upon rivers and looking upon a lion and going in the darkness.
Hey, that man put his whole life in danger for a bitch.
Yeah.
Alright? Right. Who wouldn't even a motherfucker make a meal for you when you come home.
Hey, I watched this video that was on it was on YouTube, and it was this dude, he worked a 14-hour shift. He came home to his wife, she's sitting there eating a sandwich and shit, this shit, he like, hey baby, what's going on? Where my food at? You know what's going on? It would have been none of that with me, but he like, what's going on, baby? What's happening? And then she said,
I ain't gotta cook for you.
She said, I ain't gotta cook for you, nigga. Do I look like your mama? Do I look like your mama? This is how the fucking black woman thinks to you so-called black men. Yeah, she and all the rest of the trash.
She ain't got no femininity. She ain't trying to lock her man down with kindness. She want to square up with you like motherfucking rams and shit and butt heads and shit. She don't know how to smooth the situation and work the situation cause Esau set up a system where she didn't have to. She don't need you for her rent. Or lights or gas or any of this other kind of shit. They'll take care of all that shit. So now you in there with her, like the brother said, now all of a sudden you want to know why she ain't got no respect. She ain't got no respect because she don't have to respect you.
Right, bro. And you know what? And like you said, these women, ain't nothing feminine about them, except when it come down to Esau and other heathen nations.
Oh, no, her job? Yeah. Oh, she the sweetest motherfucker that you want to see.
That's it.
You trying to figure out. You go to her job, and you sit back there in the background, you hear her voice, she all talking all nice and shit to her boss and shit. Yeah. But, hey, soon as she walk out and y'all get in the car, here's this venom at your ass.
Yeah, that's it, bro. Yeah, like you said, when it come out, you so-called black men, and she got all these damn unreasonable ass standards. You gotta make this 6 figures, all this stupid shit. But the same bitch will give a broke ass Edomite. Right. And don't say nothing to him.
I just did a video on some children in the elementary school. You know, and the man asked them a question: do you think you should be living with a man? A man should be in the household? And they was like, nah. They could just go ahead and work. We'll take care of the house. We don't need you. You know, and at that young age, that just shows you.
That's the program. That's the program. That's the programming that they done put on our women, starting back in the late 60s, mid 70s, up to today, and now it's third, then the 4th generation of this shit.
And that's that fruit. And that fruit in Genesis, man. That them philosophies. All right.
This Deuteronomy 28 and 56. It says, "The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not venture to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward her husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter."
So hey, not only is she mad at her husband, she mad at her kids. Okay? You just had this one thing where women got convicted because they killed their own kid and shit. I just saw one thing where they starved their kid, man. They starved their kid. The man and the woman was there. They starved the fucking kid out, man. What kind of shit is that? You starve your kid? Kid is grossly underweight. Hey, I'm looking at the weight. They talking about 8 pounds, and the kid was like 10 months old. I'm like, damn. If that was a dog, if that was a pit bull, you looking at the ribs on this motherfucker, man. Go ahead, Doc, whatever you got.
Oh, yeah.
Got it. This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 3. Even the sea monsters draw out the breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness. So, you know, ostrich is a rude-ass animal, all right? Especially when they give birth, they like to stump the eggs of their kids. Yeah. So that goes to how women being cruel to their kids, man.
Yeah, they dig it up, they go eat somewhere. They carelessly forget where they dug it up.
Yeah. And it also says that the sea monster draw out the breast. I was watching this one video on Animal Planet where it was a octopus. All right, and they lay thousands of babies, and they give up their nutrients and their lives for the babies. The babies pretty much eat them. You know, they eat them, they nurture them until about a year old, and then they die, and then those 1,000 children, you know, they out there, you know, doing their thing, living.
Right. Hey, but when you said that, I was thinking about the scripture and limitations. Where it was like even they can. Oh, he read.
Yeah. Verse 4: "The tongue of the suckling child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth."
For what? Read that again.
The tongue of the suckling child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth.
So that's saying that a baby that's supposed to be sucking on the titty is so fucking hungry that he don't even get a chance to suck. Okay, he don't even get a chance to suck the nutrients that he's supposed to get in the milk from the mama. That would be like if I say, you know, like we tell you that these women that don't want to come around and act right, hey, you gonna have a change of tunes when, like I said, when you see the men of the Lord out here eating and whatnot, and your motherfucking stomach is touching your back and shit, ain't nothing in it. You ain't got nothing in it. Hey, it ain't growling no more. It's singing a song. You better feed me, nigga.
Hey, and also that kind of shows that she's useless.
Yeah, absolutely.
Child can't.
Because if you ain't gonna deal with childbearing, what the fuck are you good for? That's what it says, that you'll be brought to the kingdom for childbearing.
And then also you don't even want the breast milk from these women. They on all type of drugs, do all type of weird shit, man. Cigarettes, fucking weed all goddamn day.
Heroin.
Yeah. Now that's going up inside the baby. Now the baby got all that shit. Ain't no nutrients in these fucking women.
Hey, and really, Jake be one of these bitches, but the Lord see through all the clouds, bro. The Lord these bitches don't deserve us, man. And that's why these bitches are flake on you. The Lord don't want you dealing with a lot of these women, man.
So don't chase these women. Yeah, that's right. Taste the real one.
Right. Yeah, taste wisdom. Taste wisdom.
Hey, Job said he saw wisdom on one of his daily necessary food, man.
You know what? Because you know what? Like in the world, they tell you, you know, if you was one of them street dudes, that you never have to chase women. If you chase money, women will chase you. Well, in the way the kingdom is running, if you chase this word, women gonna be brought to you. Okay, so this is. I mean, it's the same principle, but just on a different thing. It says that wisdom is more precious.
Right.
Okay. Go ahead.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 7:7. Wherefore I pray.
Damn, read all the way down to 12 and 13.
Wherefore I pray, and understanding was given me. I called upon the Most High Yahweh, and the spirit of wisdom came to me.
Go ahead.
I preferred her before scepters and thrones, and esteemed riches nothing in comparison of her. Neither compared I unto her any precious stone, because all gold in respect of her is as little sand, and silver shall be counted as clay before her. I loved her above health and beauty, and chose to have her instead of light. For the light that cometh from her never goeth out.
Never. Hey, wisdom don't get tired. Wisdom get brighter and brighter. All right? It never go. You do right by wisdom, they'll never forsake you, man. This woman gonna always be with you. This woman gonna bring you other women.
There you go, down the
point. Bring you glory. It tell you, it says she'll turn your them feathers. Gonna turn to beautiful bracelet, man. She gonna be wisdom gonna be in defense for the elect in that day, man. Right? Go ahead.
And she gonna elevate you.
Yep. Give you honor and glory. A crown on your head. These bitches can't bring you that, man. Wisdom brings you everlasting life. You know, that's all you gotta understand what we got in our hand.
You know what?
See, you understood all these things.
When you're in the world,
these worldly shit, you like, you stay with this.
Right.
You see a vision, man.
Right.
See when you see why you get weak, because you lose sight of that vision. You think this is more precious than what you're looking at, man. You see?
Hey, like you said, you know, if you look at this from a street vernacular,
not like a businessman.
Yeah, like that, or either one. It's like this wisdom is your bottom broad. Okay, she got you no matter what, and she gonna make sure that you always straight, you always on your game. She gonna like Chicago say, she'll be the one that's bringing you other ones or whatnot, and making sure everything is good.
Yeah, it's like it's a business. Hey, the Lord said he gotta be about his father's business. The Lord said he gotta be about his father's business, right?
Yep.
We businessmen. What do you think we doing? We flipping talents. We working right here, man. We working to enter into the rest. We ain't just doing the rest of your labor is not in vain. Right? When Jacob's trouble comes, we looking to cash out. You see, we've been laying our treasures in heaven. So when the time comes, the Lord like, oh yeah, you've been striving for me. Well, I'm gonna show you who I am.
Let me show you how I get down.
Apostle was just talking about that too. He said, they was going to Daniel, how Daniel was locked up, and Habakkuk brought him the food, how Elijah was by the brook, and the ravens fed him, and the Lord about to show miracles to the ones that been fighting, man. Hey, these scriptures is true.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is stick with wisdom, man.
Hey.
Boy wanna lead, let him lead, man. That's your loss. If you understand what you got, stay with the Lord, man. Come on, man. That no man take your crown.
Look.
You don't let nothing. I don't give a fuck what it is. And you saw how Lot was, right? He kept going with his two daughters. His wife turned around. He didn't even look back.
Right.
He ain't
bothered to look back.
Exactly.
He ain't look back. He ain't even bothered to look back.
Fuck that, man.
He didn't look back. That's my wife.
Yeah.
That's my boo. He said, that's right.
Kept going, man.
He ain't even look back. He was giving instructions. Look back. No. Don't y'all look back for y'all mama. Let's go. We the fuck up out of here.
Hey, but you know what? That's a custom of the East, too. And the custom of the East, when we used to leave the crib, the man never looked back. Once you leave out the house, the man don't look backwards. He look forward. The woman had to run out. The man all the way till he got to where he was at, and he get to where he at there. Oh, you left for lunch.
Oh, okay. And what Ragnar?
You know what I'm talking
about? What they say in Viking with the old no, you got it, bro. No, you got it. I was gonna say what Ragnar tell his sons when his sons was of age. They was like 12, 13. He took them on their first expedition. They was looking back. He said, "Don't look back. You ain't going there no more." Yep. It's time to be a man. We finna hunt these niggas down.
Yeah.
Hey, what Paul said, he said, I'm persuaded, nothing can separate me from the love of Mashiach, whether it be, do what he say, death, angels, princes,
nakedness, hunger,
you know what I'm saying?
Death,
persecution,
another angel.
Nothing, man.
Nothing.
You know?
That's why I say let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. You know what you got, you're supposed to run with it. You like, man, fuck that, I know what I'm doing. If this brother, hey, you pick that brother up, try to help him, try to help that brother, they ain't get it. You like, look, man, I gotta do my job. Let me get to what I gotta do. Cause I believe in what I got. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 11. All good things together came to me with her, and innumerable riches in her hand.
Come on, man. Hey, go back and read what Solomon received. He asked for wisdom first. And the Lord said that pleased him. And since you asked for that,
I'm gonna give you all the other
everything that you didn't ask for, man. That's how it is, man. Hey, you can't start ruling something until you get the wisdom first. Your daddy ain't finna give you the keys to that nice car if you ain't mature yet. So why would the Lord give us the kingdom and all this great power, and you can't control this power right here, man. You get this power to the wrong motherfucker, he go out there, he cutting everybody. He get showing off and shit with his sword. You can't, when you get power, you gotta know how to maintain it, man. Alright? Some people, you don't just, that's like giving a wrong person a gun, man.
Hey, you know what?
Maybe I got a gun, he ready to flex on everybody. Like, you never had one.
Hey, you know what? That is absolutely the group tried and refined. That is absolutely the group tried and refined. Okay? That was them. They had the wisdom a little bit on some level, and they was cutting everybody that walked up and this, that, and the other. And guess what? They didn't have the wisdom to understand how to even maintain it and hold it.
Because it wasn't in the right spirit.
It wasn't in the right spirit.
They didn't want it because they wanted it to be more edifying.
Right.
They wanted it because they wanted it to certain status.
They wanted it
Exactly.
And they vomited all that up.
Now you got, man, bro, that got Chase gone, man. I don't know, y'all probably don't got him on Instagram, what I do.
Yeah, but you know what? The Lord gave them what they want. That's to show the world why the reason why they were in that position to begin with.
Exactly, absolutely. He gave me, they got their own shit, they had a following, all this other kind of stuff. And Mr. Notorious here would check in from time to time on their page and whatnot. Oh, where y'all at, man? You got your flock asking you questions. They want to know what's up there.
Yeah, the whole flock was like, where they at?
But see, the thing is, when you come in the truth, it's about exalting the word of Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is the main focus, right? This ain't about us. We're just doing our reasonable service. If anything, we're going to glory. He said glory in the Lord, man. Not the wise man in his wisdom, not the strong man in his strength, but hey, glory in it that you know it and understand the meat. You can't get no higher than Yahweh Shai. You definitely ain't higher than Yahweh. Right? It said, wait to be exalted, man. Humble ourselves in the sight of the Lord. He will exalt you in due time, man. You see? Finish that, bro. Hey, finish that some on there. Then let me read this.
Okay. Verse 12. And I rejoiced in them all, because wisdom goeth before them.
Yeah.
And I knew not that she was the mother of them.
Everything with wisdom. You ain't got no woman right now. Guess what, brothers? You're going to get women. Yeah. You get talked about right now. Guess what? You're going to get honored. Yeah. You might not get some gold chains or gold things right now. Guess what? You're going to have a crown and a bracelet, man. Yeah. Hey, the Lord said in Revelation 2, it said a scepter, and you're going to rule the nations with it, man. Bring them in peace like vessels, man. All right?
Through the spirit, man, you know, something I be meditating on, you know, like when I'm deep in tribulations or going through it mentally, you know what I'm saying? It's, so like, you know, something I be meditating on when I'm like, you know, going through tribulations or, you know, just fighting the flesh, going through it mentally is, you know, hey, hard times never last, man, all right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? We might be going through it today, but guess what, man? All right, this shit is not going to last, man. All right, it's going to get better, man. All right, so you just got to be patient, man. All right, the scripture says, you know what I'm saying, in thy Lord's state, it says cleave unto him, man. All right, it's Sirach. It says, you know, be patient without a chance to the Lord's state. All right, take it cheerfully.
Make not hasten time of trouble.
Make not hasten the time of trouble. All right, hey, what the scripture says, if we are wise, we know it's tomorrow. You know, I'll bring.
Oh, I was like, what scripture is that?
I thought I heard this.
I don't say songs. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You know, but the song, you know what I'm saying? You know, this song, you know, it's like, I agree, you know what I'm saying? If you're wise, you know that there's always tomorrow, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the spirit we gotta have, even in our tribulations. Just calm down, chill out. All right, know that, hey, even though it's bad, it's not gonna be, hey, it ain't
gonna be bad forever.
Yeah, it was a saying that I had, you know, it was a saying that said basically,
because
I was like, I'm trying to get it, I don't want to butcher, but it basically said, you know, if it's bad, just know this is not the end. Basically, to that effect, because in the end, it won't be bad.
And we got to put on a soldier mind state too, man. Remember, the Lord doing these things to strengthen us, not to kill us. Right. So you got, it's really how you look at things, right? The brother had a good testimony, man. You want to tell him?
Yeah,
about the patience.
Yeah, about being at work. You know, they kept putting me on Saturdays working this new job. You know, they put me on Saturdays, and I'm telling them, like, I can't work Saturdays. Told them this before I got hired. Told them this at orientation twice. All right, and I told them, I've been telling them this ever since I've been there. I cannot work Saturdays. And they're like, okay, look, we'll see something about it. You know, and I'm like, all right, cool, I ain't gonna ask no more. Just been patient, just been working, praying to Yahweh Shai, And then the last day I was at work, Friday, I came in, and then it was like, the dude pulled me to the side. He was like, hey man, we've been seeing you been coming on time. We've been seeing you been working hard. You know, we gonna take you out these Saturdays. And you know what? You ain't gotta work the next Saturday. You ain't gotta work Saturday no more. I'm like, damn, that's the Lord, man. You
Yeah,
be patient,
absolutely,
you
absolutely.
be patient, do what you need to do for your How About You outside. You make your enemies be at peace. Come on,
And the Spirit brought it back to me. The saying was, in the end, it'll be all good. If it's not, then it's not the end. That's what I was trying to say.
Hey, but that goes to show the patience, man. The Lord be saying, what's that, trying your faith?
Yeah, right.
The Lord be trying us, man. All right? Because you know he can do it. So it's like, yeah, you're going to get discouraged or you're just going to continue to keep going, like he's going to open the door for you, man. But we coming to the time, sometimes we have to be patient and wait.
You know, that's like that cartoon.
They
or
don't have to wait.
That's like that cartoon or that drawing where it shows this guy, and like I said, they dig in tunnels, right? And whatnot. You got one on top of the other, and they both dig in tunnels trying to get to the goal. And one turns away and walks away, and he's got about 4 or 5 maybe feet that
Couple
he needs
of
to go.
strokes.
Right,
Couple
come
more
on strokes,
strokes.
and he's there. And you got the other guy that just keeps going and whatnot, and you can see he's like, I can't be that far now and whatnot. And he's like, you can see the caption on him shows that he's gonna wind up hitting the goal and whatnot because he ain't getting ready to stop yet.
Yep. He was almost up.
Hey, what they say, what's that Esau favorite? Turtle in the hair. He said slow and steady, win the race. And the hair got proud and shit, started eating the race, got fat. And the turtle kept going and shit, but he won. Hey, that's how, hey, people look at us like, you know, slow motherfucker. We still at it. And one day he's gonna be on the other side, like, look at that ass. He's gonna be a sea of glass.
Absolutely, that's gonna be the other side. That's gonna be the other side.
They thought they was getting fat. Hey, that's the women something on Fifth Chapter. We have bunch of ourselves, pride, way of riches popular us. They gonna feel like dummies, man.
This James 5:11 says, behold, we count them happy which endure. Yea, it's like ye have heard of the patience of Job, and I've seen the end of Yahweh. That Yahweh is very pitiful and of tender mercy. So if you just be patient and wait on Yahweh Shemal Shai, I keep this faith. Don't get weak, man. And the Lord is gonna exalt you in due time, as He did Job. I took everything away from Job. And Job said, "Don't the Lord slay me? Yet will I put my trust in Him." All right. So and what Job got everything back in double. Everything back in double, man.
You know what Shakari just said is how you look at things, man. You know, if you go in that spirit of the Lord, it can't put on me more than I can handle. Then through the Lord's eyes, I can take this shit. But it's to the point where Jake let that shit overcome them, man. And Jake gotta realize we catch it. I say this in my videos all the time. We catch the spiritual fire, so we won't catch the physical.
Yeah.
And we gotta go through this. We gotta go
One way or the other.
What does scripture say? So they won't be condemned with the word.
I got it right here. This 1 Corinthians 11:32. But we are judged. But when we are judged, we are chastened of Yahweh, that we should not be condemned with the world. So we going through these things so we don't have to catch that fire later.
Hey, it said we suffering for righteousness' sake.
Yeah.
The Lord said He not giving us more than our iniquity deserve. We actually supposed to be dead, all of us. But the Lord showed mercy. All right, He not giving us what we actually deserve, man. The Lord shows mercy even in our punishment. But these niggas suffering, they suffering because they fucking wicked, man. And they gonna end up dying. Look at all these niggas reincarnations, man. All the terrible shit that happened to our people, man. They say they born in vain. Our people keep coming back to get slaughtered, man. And they gonna get the worst judgment ever. But guess what? The elect is gonna be delivered.
That's the truth. That's the thing for the 2/3 anyway, because that's their lie. Remember, you had a bunch of motherfuckers that when Yahweh Shai was offered an escape plan, they said, no, give us Barabbas. You know? Give us Barabbas. That's what we want and whatnot. And then they said, let his blood be on us. Okay, you got it, baby. you want Yahweh Shai's blood on you? Guess what? This is perpetual. This gonna go a long time. Y'all gonna have to go through some real shit in the end because you said God.
Right,
Dumb niggas, that's right.
But this is Israel's portion, man.
Right.
We gotta go through the suffering in order to get to the kingdom, one way or another. It don't matter if you gotta go through a thermonuclear missile fire or this right here, right
I'll
now.
go through this. I'll go through this.
Yeah, I'm going through this, but either way, you got to go through the suffering.
Yeah, because
Acts 4,
Jake 2/3 Jake trying to avoid the suffering. They try to avoid it, but not want to serve the Lord. But the Lord in heaven, he's like, well, okay, you want to do it now? Okay, get with it, Jake with trouble.
Oh yeah, because we're passing around, I made a lesson. If you don't want to sacrifice now, you're going to be the sacrifice, man.
Yep, it is.
So pick it. Hey, either way it go, you got to sacrifice something.
Hey, what they say? It's hard having money. It's hard not having money. It's hard having a girl. It's hard not having a girl. Look, either way it go, it's going to be.
Grass ain't green on the side.
Really,
Grass ain't green on
really, when
the
you
side.
really think about it, with your mind state, what the fuck is we losing?
Exactly.
Actually, we gaining. Okay, what? So the woman leave, right? What the fuck is you losing? The Lord is introducing you to a whole new way of life. Precious promises, man. What the fuck is you worried about this world for?
Yeah,
Pay me now,
That
pay me
means your
later.
ass ain't got no vision.
Yeah, that's it, bro. That's all it is. No vision, faith. Yeah, man. Because all Israel gonna be in the kingdom of heaven, right? So all Israelites individually got to go through that purge, purification.
Yeah,
like
where there's no
Lord, boy, brother.
yeah, where there's no vision, there's no mother. Where the people have no vision, the people perish.
Hey, the Lord gave a perfect parable. It was a dude found that precious. Somebody grabbed that field. He sold everything he had. Said, "Fuck that."
I'm buying this
Hey, you
field.
got black that dude on that. What's that movie? Harlem Nights. He called his wife and said, "Hey, baby,
I ain't
never coming home. Fuck you and the kids." That's how it is when you get this truth. Like, you know what? Fuck it, man. Fuck that. You want to leave over the Lord, man.
I love you. Your tear came down.
She said, I love you, Richie. I love you, Richie. That motherfucking one tear, nigga. It went right down his cheek. He felt that shit. They got emotional.
That's not emotional, motherfucker. That's even Italian.
That's how you gotta do. You follow the Lord. The scripture saying they straightway fall. They dropped their nets and just said, you know? Ain't no hesitating with the Lord.
That's right. I was gonna make just point real quick. You know, the point I was getting to basically, whether you in the truth or you not in the truth, bro, it's gonna be hard, man.
Yeah.
Either
Second 7. Yeah. It's of course.
says
It says the witness of self-restraint things
Exactly, yeah.
have no hope for the wise,
Yeah.
but the righteous of self-restraint things got hope for the wise.
exactly.
So you're gonna suffer either way it goes.
That's right.
Why not suffer for righteousness?
And you're going to sacrifice either way it go, whether it's your life or your time. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, cause guess what? These niggas, these 2/3 niggas, man. You look at these niggas in the Illuminati, they sacrifice their family.
Yeah.
Hey, but guess what? On the right hand side, we sacrifice our family, man. The only thing we not sacrificing their blood, we sacrificing the time where we got away from it, man. So we gonna cut, we gonna trim or be trimmed, man. All right, cause the Lord ain't waiting on none of us.
Nope.
What they
Time
do it
waits for
for?
no man.
And what they sacrifice for? Riches, fame.
Something temporal.
Right, something temporal.
You change your whole soul for nothing.
What that
Just to die.
For a season.
Hey, what that nigga of Menace to Society, his pops pulled him to the room, man, and he was like, "Thou shalt not kill." And he was like, "God don't love us. Look at the environment we in.
Oh, you
Why
talking
would
about
God?"
in society?
Yeah. My boys in the hood, something.
Building society.
And he was like, "God don't love us. Look where we at." So it's going back to what the brother said. They suffering, and they don't even know why they suffering. They just gonna be suffering, and they gonna end up being destroyed. So us, we going through the spiritual fire. All right, we gotta go through the fire now, so we gonna go through the fire later, and that's the game plan.
Sorry.
Hey, we going through this fire now, being purified so we can stand tall in that fire later, man.
Right.
You see? Because our faith is being conditioned.
But,
We ain't just going through this just to be, no, we going through it so it said wisdom and knowledge shall be what?
Stability of our times.
What? Strength and salvation. The fear of the Lord is our treasure, man. See, we got the fear of the Lord now. These people ain't gonna have that. They tell you when Sirach said, I was in many things, but I was saved because of this.
Right.
He go to the fear of the Lord, man. They ain't got that. You see?
It's funny that you say that like that. Standing in the fire, because wasn't that what Meshach, Shadrach,
Yeah.
and Abednego did?
Yeah.
They stood in the fire when they went in there. And what the king wound up saying? Hold on, didn't we put 3 in? I see 4. Because Yahweh Shah was with
Bro,
us.
as the missiles is coming, it's gonna be simultaneously the elect gonna be getting beamed up in the midst of that shit, man.
Yeah.
You gotta keep our
Everybody can see
faith
it.
right to the end,
That's
bro.
right. Yeah, that's why I say
You know?
the righteous should scarcely.
Scarcely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's why Scripture say the fear of the Lord drives away sin. So if you truly fear the Lord, you're not gonna bow out to Esau and his bullshit, man. Yeah. Because you're gonna have that fear.
Yep. Hey, Psalm 91, right? And I just see, I can imagine a missile, boom, shaking it, you right there, and you still gotta have faith. Hey, we looking up, the Lord might just take you right through.
Take you right through
the
this shit.
man.
Right through the
I'm
rest.
talking about the fire right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lord, he's real dramatic, man.
Hey. Or like you say, he could be pulling you up in the beam. He's got your spirit in the beam, and the fire is doing what it's doing, but it ain't coming through the beam and whatnot.
The scripture said that. It said 1,000 fall there, right? And then,
I can start at one.
now go ahead to the point.
Okay,
That's dramatic. You see.
Psalms 91.
Dramatic, boy, dramatic.
Psalms that shit like, damn.
Psalms 91 and 4. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
Ooh, that truth. Wisdom and knowledge shall be a stability, man. Number one, the faith.
Thou shalt not be
It took a
afraid.
lot of faith for the 320 to walk in the furnace. They walked in the fire.
They
They was
man.
already fixed, like basically, fuck you, we ain't bowing down. Know the Lord can save us. They went in there. That's faith right there, man.
Yeah, because the men who tried to throw them in there, they got destroyed by that fire.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, they got destroyed. They got destroyed with the stroking of them.
They was already.
Already.
Hey, that's submit themselves to the will of the Lord. Because you know reincarnation. We know it comes after this. Oh, this the Lord will then. Hey, let his will be done. But the will was to get saved.
Yeah, that's what Eleazar said in Maccabees.
Yep,
You know, he
yep.
said, I can't escape the Lord.
Yep.
You know, even though I'm going to escape this torment for a little bit,
Yep.
I will never escape Yahweh Shalom Shah.
And that's the fear of the Lord. You like, shit, this is the Lord does. I don't want to deal with it if I don't. Because he know he got something else waiting for your ass.
Yeah.
If you don't deal with that,
Right,
so like, nah, this it, maybe just take my punishment.
God.
Go ahead and talk to him. Take it. Hey, I got something. Go right back to where he's been. It's Ephesians 6 and 13. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Go ahead, right with the day.
Verse 5. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flies by day.
The missiles.
Right. Right. Because of what the Lord said, he don't give you the spirit of fear. There's not the fear, because whatever it is that's meant to happen to you, that's what is meant to happen to you. Okay? Even as part of the elect.
Yep.
Okay?
Verse 6. Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
The missiles.
8,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee.
Man.
Right? Meaning you stayed in the Lord, man. You stayed in this truth, this wisdom. It's going to literally hell on earth. And for that not to touch you, and you got to be grounded in right? Like they say, taking your lumps right now.
Yeah.
And this is real quick. 1 Peter 3 and 14. But and if you suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are you. And be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled. Hey, you're suffering, going through hell, catching hell. Hey, that's for right now. Because in this day and in those times, guess what? You're going to have the armor of faith, the armor of Yahweh Shai, you're going to be protected. You got to really believe it.
Yeah. Hey, you know how mindset the apostles was in Acts 5th chapter?
Yeah.
They gloried, they was able worthy to get suffer for his name, man. We suffer for Yahweh Shai, man. Put that type of mind in your mind, man. For the king, who our friend, man, who talking about he can give us everlasting life, man. It's nothing to be ashamed about. These people, their lifestyle is a shame. Right. The shit they do in darkness is a shame, man.
That's right.
Fuck this world, man.
Like you said earlier, Chicago, everything being everything, we storing it up now. We putting it up in the heavens, and the treasure, our treasure up in heavens now. Okay, like you said. So when this shit drop, the bank account, our bank account's gonna open up. When everybody else's bank account's starting to close up and falter, our bank account's gonna start opening up to us.
Well, that's the fear of the Lord. It's His treasure, you know?
That's right.
It's for later use.
That's right.
You know
That's
what I'm saying?
that's when our bank account's gonna open up. That's when they're gonna be watching the men of the Lord.
That's when we're going to have abundance, and they're going to envy us and not be able to do anything about it.
That's
you know
our
what I'm saying?
401k.
That's our 401k.
It's just like a business plan. You know how people stacking,
life
physically putting up shit, waiting for a rainy day? We stacking up our riches in heaven, man. Who's holding that?
It's 2 Ezra 4:18. This is 2 Corinthians 4:18. Well, we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal.
All this shit is temporal.
That's right.
It's a temporal life, man. You got Jake is gonna fight to go back to work on Monday, man. Ain't you tired of going to work?
Hell yeah.
Jake be like, man, I hate Babylon. But you still your man. You still want to go to work, man.
On time and shit,
you still want to
pack lunch.
You still want to take vacation and shit, man.
You got plans for 2 months from now,
Yeah.
5 months from now.
I still want a big ass house over here in Beverly.
Hey, we had a little meeting after work. We want to clock out, right? We had a quick meeting after work, right? So they wanted to tell us about the new things that was happening on the block. Man, we hadn't got no overtime, not a lot. This motherfucker made the announcement, hey, we're bringing overtime back and get as much as you want. Before the motherfucker get done talking, everybody walked in the goddamn office. He's still trying to talk about what's happening in the meeting. So when he said it, everybody was like, whoa, really? Whoa, whoa, whoa. And then everybody started walking.
So making sure
The meeting
signing
ain't
up for
over with
signing
yet.
up for the OT.
They went straight in there. He was like, wait, I'm not done yet. It was like, well, we want to get it first. Hurry up, we can get our name on it. They was that thirsty.
Hey, guess what? Today, no more paychecks. Everybody gotta get the tip.
No! You know they going.
$5,000, man.
Bro, there you go.
That's what's gonna happen.
Y'all quit, right?
Hey,
How
much I
Put my money in the dispensary.
I'm gonna say, can I get that last amount that I got up there right now? Y'all next check, y'all.
It's gonna be that easy to get them to take the MOP.
Absolutely.
The 1-2 jump shot, how easy it was.
Yeah.
You know?
Free burgers and fries.
$100 bonus.
$100 bonus. Yeah.
Right.
They gave out crack pipes,
Right.
all type of shit.
Hey, these Jakes is blind, man.
Yeah, right, you know?
Homeborn slaves, man.
That's it. Absolutely.
Now we're gonna wrap it up. Go ahead, your last one.
Still got a little. This says, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahshai's kingdom, the things are to be in that kingdom, it's going to be for eternal, man. All the eternal. Hey, eternal. How you call it? The scripture says that new covenant, the laws and commandments in our minds. Hey, the cities it's going to be out of gold and different kinds of stones. It's going to be beautiful, man. The animals are going to be at peace. The
trees are going to be at rest.
Real air, trees. There's going to be a bunch of green, not this fucking buildings everywhere and shit. Right, eyes not seen, ears heard.
Right.
What the Lord has in store for those.
Speak up. You got this.
Wait on, I'm sorry. Someone grab it real quick, 1 Corinthians 2:9, or Isaiah 64:4, it's like the same thing. 1 Corinthians 2:9? Yeah. This is 1 Corinthians 2:9. That's like 1 Corinthians 2:9. It says, but as it is written, I have not seen nor heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which are God have prepared for them that love Him. Right, the things that you don't see are greater than all this stuff that you do see. All this stuff that you do see is temporary.
Right.
Right? And it's going to be dissolved. Imagine that. All this is going to be burnt up, man. But the kingdom is going to be something else that you can't even imagine. Right? And that's what we're waiting for. It's a continuing city. The kingdom of Yahweh Shai, which is the kingdom of the Israelites. And with that, we hope this lesson was edifying and exhorting. Again, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Rakakudash.
Double honors to the apostles and those great millstone who rule one, who taught us the truth. And salutations to all the Aki and pushing this word in truth and in sincerity with charity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Wa ababa.